Bet you don't know which state makes you cut a fat check if you get back with your ex. In some states, when you get a divorce, your spouse gets half the money you earn from the day you say I do to the day you say I don't. But that's not the insane law here. Normally, if you buy a winning lottery ticket with your own money the day after you separate, don't worry, your winnings are safe. But the law in this state moves that separation date forward if you do anything that makes it look like you're still together before the divorce is finalized. So if you break up, win the lotto, and then go to marriage counseling, take a vacation with them, hold hands with them in public, and especially with them in the bedroom, your separation date moves forward, meaning your new lotto money just became half theirs. Aww.
And you're still getting divorced.
Double aww. So if you're going to end your marriage in California, it's best to not go out with a bang.
She discovered mini bottles of Fireball that don't, in fact, contain whiskey. The alcohol at the liquor store is called Fireball.
Wait a minute, those mini Fireballs don't contain any actual whiskey? Then what the heck have I been sipping out of my mug at the beginning of these? Well, it turns out those little bottles commonly purchased before frat parties or after your life's fallen apart are actually wine and malt based with whiskey flavoring added. That's why the big bottles say whiskey and the little ones don't. It's also why they can be sold places that aren't permitted to sell hard liquor. But a new class action suit is seeking over $5 million for what they feel is deceptive advertising. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you feel tricked by Fireball, or did you know you were getting the cheap stuff? Whiskey or not, at least you know your hangover is made with 100% Fireball. Did Breaking Bad get this right?
Are you a police officer?
No, I am not a police officer.
Albuquerque police, you're under arrest. Get on the ground. Get on your stomach.
Yes, cops can lie to you, even if you ask if they're cops. You might think it's entrapment, but it's not. Entrapment is when the police pressured or persuaded you to commit a crime that you had no intention of committing. But Badger was always going to sell the glue. If not to this guy, then to someone new. It's what dealers do. The only thing this cop is guilty of is being a good actor, so that's a W for the writers and an L for Badger. Don't ever do this in court if you want to win your case. Number 1, don't
Hold up, Judge, I'm gonna let you finish. But my lawyer had one of the best closing arguments of all time.
Interrupt the judge. You know I can make things difficult for you, right?
Whatever.
Number 2, spit out the gum and get off the phone. If you don't take this seriously, why should he take you seriously?
Well, you're seriously getting on my nerves, shoot boy. I want French fries.
Are you drunk?
There an officer with that problem?
Number 3, obviously don't ever be drunk or high. I'm gonna have to hold your client in contempt of court. Yeah, no, that's fair. Take him away.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Yes. Yeah.
Can you guess what law he broke? But first, yo, did you see that crash? So Buddy in the Accord committed reckless driving. Why is it always the Accord? Reckless driving is driving dangerously on purpose or without caring about safety. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt, or there could have been heavier consequences. Share this video with a friend who drives to remind them that road rage is not.
Very nice.
Hey, Teddy man.
Kevin, we talked about this. You can't drink in public.
It's okay, I got it in a brown bag. Hey, you want me to drop you in? It'd probably be like a boozy swimming pool for a little nerdy elf like you.
Brown bagging's a myth. In states where it's illegal to drink from or possess an open container in public, you could still get a ticket.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Well, I gotta use the bag for something else anyway.
Oh my, let's get you home before they add public intoxication to the list. Psychological tricks cops use in the interrogation room. Cops will position their chair next to the door to make you feel trapped. The chairs will be uncomfortable so that you'll want to leave sooner and confess. My tip, tell them you're comfortable with invoking the fifth. This is what to say when your landlord says, "I'm coming in there." Repeat after me. "I'm sorry, I can't let you in unless you give me proper notice." State law and leasing terms vary, but usually they must give at least 24-hour notice before entering the property unless there's an emergency or they believe you abandoned it. So if they don't follow the rules when you rent, tell your landlord to get bent. How to know if your slip and fall case is worth money. Can you answer yes to these 3 questions? 1, could it have been prevented?
I'm not cleaning that.
2, had the danger been there long enough that the owner should have known? Your Honor, the avocado my client slipped on was brown, meaning it was there for at least 6 hours. 3, was it there for a bad reason?
Your Honor, avocados are supposed to be on the floor. That's how they get their flavor.
All right, I've heard enough. Judgment in favor of law by Mike.
Donald Trump's felony indictment in under 60 seconds. Back in 2016, Donald Trump allegedly paid off Stormy Daniels so she'd stay quiet about a sexual encounter they had. Trump's old lawyer said that he was making the payments, with Trump reimbursing him with checks labeled legal expenses to offset taxes. Now, falsifying business records is a crime in New York, but in order for it to go from misdemeanor to felony, it must be related to a second crime. What crime is that? Well, we don't know. Yet. Many suspect it's violation of an election law, but we'll know for sure when the charges go public. which should happen soon, so come back here for an update when they do. Until then, Trump is expected to turn himself in this week, but we'll have to wait probably another year until trial. What are your thoughts? Should Trump be held responsible, or do you think
it's a witch hunt?
If you're age 21 or over and caught a buzz from Vizzy Hard Seltzer between 2020 and March of this year, Molson Coors might owe you money. But you only have until June 6th to get your cut of the $9.5 million settlement, so you better hurry. What's the story? Vizzy Hard Seltzer said it came with antioxidant vitamin C from Acerola Superfruit, which a lawsuit claimed misled consumers about the drink's health properties. Molson Coors, which manufactures Vizzy, denies any wrongdoing but still agreed to a $9.5 million class action settlement. So if you're age 21 or over and been crushing Vizzies, get in on the action by going to this link or DM me the word Vizzy on Instagram. The one thing they can't tax. That's right, money received from personal injury claims like car accidents are generally not taxable. It's not like getting a lucky lotto ticket. You suffered a physical injury. It would be messed up if they took that from you. So the government stays hands off. Just one of the many reasons why you should never let an injury ruin your life. If you're injured and it wasn't your fault, then see a doctor right away and then call a lawyer. Contact us for a free consultation and tell Uncle Sam to scram. Why wouldn't you ask for a lawyer? It just doesn't make any sense.
Because I'm innocent, and everyone knows asking for a lawyer right away makes you look guilty.
What? No, it doesn't. If anything, your lawyer will protect you from looking guilty. Yeah, and the cops already think you're guilty. It's not like they brought you in because they think you have a cool vibe.
They might have. Maybe they heard I'm goated at Smash Bros.
I promise you they didn't. Yeah, plus it doesn't really matter what the cop thinks. It matters what the judge and jury thinks. You really should have asked for a lawyer.
Okay, maybe I should have kept my mouth shut, but I only said I was having lunch at the Walk and Taco.
So all you said is that they could place you 3 doors down from the crime on the same day at the same time? Dude.
Why? Is that bad?
How lawyers can tell when you're lying in 3 steps. Step 1, we see what you're like when you tell the truth. So how do you know my client?
About 2 years ago, we met at Comic-Con. I cosplayed as Zack Snyder. He cosplayed as a terrible movie. So naturally, there was an instant bond and we started a podcast.
Step 2, we say something we know is wrong to throw you off. A good sign of a rehearsed lie is someone who struggles to improvise. And the night he was robbed, you were out of town for your niece's oboe recital, correct?
Yeah, wait, it was for my brother's choir competition, remember? I told you that.
Step 3, now that you've seen the differences in their behavior, ask them the questions you really want the answer to. Brother's choir competition, my mistake. So surely there's some perfectly reasonable explanation why your fingerprints were found at the crime scene.
Oh, bravo, Mr. Lawyer, found a hole in my alibi. But you're the monster who's returning a rocket-firing Boba Fett to this monster who plays with it. It's a collectible and he plays with it.
Don't do the nerd crime if you can't do the nerd.
Hey, come look at the camera real quick.
Is that O.J. Simpson? What the heck's he doing here?
I don't know, but look, now he's walking out with stuff.
Yeah, his own stuff, allegedly.
Security, notify the police. We think O.J. Simpson just committed a robbery. Again, this really happened.
What's going on, Mike?
Ah, well, you can't steal your stuff back. That's still trespassing or breaking or entering.
Even if it's your own stuff?
Yeah, report it to the police. Don't commit a crime of your own to get it back.
I can't believe this. We both wake up from 15-year comas only to see our favorite football player do the worst thing he's ever done.
Hey, at least we still got our subprime mortgages. Things can only get better from here. Have you guys heard about stand your ground?
Yeah, it's when you can end someone in self-defense. Not quite, because usually self-defense requires that you have no other choice at all. Wait, so in stand your ground states, even if you can safely get away, you don't have to?
Exactly. Op walks up and gratata.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you mean? We need it to protect ourselves.
Well, some do say that it leads to unnecessary killings. What do you think? Comment below. If you've been doing this with your dog, you're probably a criminal. Number 1, taking them for car rides in New Jersey. If your dog isn't wearing a seatbelt or in a crate, you could be fined up to $1,000 in this state. So click it or ticket for both of you. Number 2, letting them run and play depending on what they chase. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to let your dogs chase deer, so stick to tennis balls. And number 3, tying them up while you run in for a quick errand. Freeze! Minneapolis PD, don't you know it's illegal to tether your dog to poles within city limits? I was just gonna get a bag of chips. And leave the fur baby all alone? You make me sick. It's okay, girl, you're safe now. If you had a Facebook account from May 24th, 2007 to December 22nd, 2022, you could get a payment from a $725 million settlement. With a few exceptions, anyone in the US that used Facebook between those dates is eligible. But you only have until August 25th, 2023 to request your payment. What's the story? A lawsuit claimed that Facebook improperly shared user data with third parties, including app developers like Cambridge Analytica, the now bankrupt analytics firm. Meta denies any wrongdoing and maintains users consented to the practices, but has agreed to pay $725 million to settle the lawsuit. To get in on the action, just go to this link or DM me the letters FB on Instagram or Facebook.
We're going streaking through the quad. We're streaking. We're streaking. Woo!
Streaking is always illegal, but some streaking is more illegal than others. Oh, bring the game back! Streaking can come with public indecency or indecent exposure. At the very least, you could be charged with a misdemeanor. Some states require sexual motivation for indecent exposure charges, though. So if you streak while also trying to make yourself go blind, you might face harsher time. And of course, your audience matters too. If you streak in front of children, you kind of deserve the heavier charges thrown at you. My tip, be ashamed of your body like the rest of us. Keep it covered up. Did Breaking Bad get this right?
And what about this Pinkman? What was his car doing at the crime scene? Have you run him down yet?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
I don't get it. Why don't they just kick your door down?
They need probable cause.
Probable cause?
Why couldn't they just barge in? They found Jesse's car at the crime scene. Well, Mr. Pinkman is right. That's not enough to search his home without a warrant. So the cops are snooping in public areas hoping they'd see something that would give them probable cause. Failing that, it looks like they're just gonna have to wait for a warrant, which makes Breaking Bad guilty of being legally accurate. Brandon W. from Instagram asks, can someone make a YouTube video about you without your consent? The short answer is yes.
What's the long answer?
Anybody can post whatever they want, but there are certain things they can't do, or else...
You can sue!
That's right.
Yay! What can't they do?
They can't defame you, meaning they can't give false statements about you that harm your reputation. They can't invade your privacy, and they can't use your likeness to promote a product without your consent.
Oh, so I shouldn't have made this deep fake.
Hi, I'm Law by Mike, and you should buy Muppet Mike brand anti-diarrhea medication.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit. If you're doing this, you might get flagged for tax fraud. Number 1, listing round numbers on tax breaks. Things rarely cost a perfect even amount, so if your expenses end in nice round zeros, the IRS will zero in on you. Number 2, missing income. Don't gloss over some of your more tedious tax forms. If the income reported by companies is different from what you file, the IRS may come knocking. Number 3, excessive tax breaks. Did you make $90,000 this year? If so, it'd be pretty sus to write off $60,000 in charitable deductions. You're really giving away over half your money like that? Didn't think so, and neither does the IRS. Don't commit viewer fraud either. That's when you watch my videos without following, so hit follow to avoid penalties. Hey, how'd the shoot go? Cinematic AF. Thanks again for letting me borrow your camera. Happy to help. Mind if I get it back from you? Ah, sorry, man. I accidentally lost it somehow. You lost my $12,000 camera? Ugh, I knew you'd act like this. Well, yeah, give me $12,000. I shouldn't have to do that. Come on, it was an accident. Want to take it to court and spend more on legal fees than it'd be worth? Ha. Well, if the lawyer's more than $2,000, I'll just take you to small claims. Small claims is usually limited to $5,000 to $10,000. Luckily, it's $10,000 where we live. I'd rather be out $2K than $12K. Dang, a very concise explanation of your legal options and a lesson for me to be more careful with expensive things. Hey, Law by Mike, your tip totally worked.